YouTube. Evening. Yeah, I hear you, big guy. So today was it was a heck of a day. I don't know if you call it good or bad, but it went by. Woke up super early this morning. Finally got Fanta and Ninja off to the vet and got them taken care of, so they're fixed. Went and picked them up a while ago. We had to be awake in case the vet had to call us or, you know, anything were to go wrong. So while we were awake, we went ahead and took care of some much needed farm chores or homestead chores, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we went ahead and culled our flock. We did. We culled our flock significantly, actually. So the problem rooster is no longer a problem. That was a very hard decision, mainly for my wife, because she's the one that she really, really loved that rooster. Not so much me, but that was one of her favorites. I mean, we had three, so one too many, anyways. But she did love that rooster. We also had way too many drakes in our flock of ducks, so we went ahead and took care of those drakes. I culled out. Fluffy had Scar or Scarface and two of the khaki Campbells. So that was 5 lives that were lost on the homestead today. I mean, they weren't lost in vain. They're in the fridge because we also plucked them and dressed them out and hand plucked them. By the way, it's the first time I've ever done that, and it was actually a lot easier than I was told it was going to be. The one thing that I didn't do was, well, my wife, she tried the whole boiling water method, or 180 degree, whatever, and then letting it go down for, I think it was 40 or 50 seconds. I just straight out plucked them, and it wasn't really all that hard. I mean, I'm not familiar with plucking chickens. My wife usually does that part, but the ducks, wings, there's not much meat on the wings anyway, so I just kind of cut that off with a little knuckle so we can have, the hot wings. But other than that, yeah, everything else, the chest, the back, the sides, all of that was very, very easy. Take the feet and the heads and boil those down, pull the little feathers off of them, and then, of course, the casing, or whatever you want to call that, the outside layer on the feet and head, beak area. It takes all the mud, muck, and all the nastiness that may or may not be trapped in there off. And then you can just boil it down, and it makes a really, really good collagen base broth. So you got duck broth, and that is liquid gold, basically. You can use that in so many different things. Got a duck in the oven right now. It's one of my khaki Campbells. Did some slap ya mama, some lemon thyme, and just rubbed it with a little bit of bacon grease on the outside. So it's going to be pretty good. It's not easy doing this, but it's something that was very, very necessary. We did suffer that loss yesterday with the egg-bound chicken, or it was one of our hens. And we found out she wasn't laying anyway, because yesterday I think we got 5 and 5 ducks and 5 chicken eggs. Today we got 4 and 4, so they're kind of keeping on par, which is good. Lots of pickled eggs in the future. But it was necessary. It was a necessary evil, if you will. I use the kukri. If you don't know what a kukri is, it's by a company called GK & Co. It is a Nepalese war knife. In Nepal, their special forces use it. Just look it up. Kukri. It is a wonderful, wonderful tool to have. I had no problem dispatching these birds. Ducks are especially hard. This is why Romeo's a good rooster. There's Romeo. This is a 120-pound Malinois. Romeo's guarding his flock with his life. That's a good rooster right there. But yeah, use that, dispatched them. Everybody went humanely. Including the rooster that attacked me. Don't get it twisted. I took no joy in doing that. The only joy that I guess you could say I did take as far as anything to do with today is the fact that tonight I get to eat dinner based on the work I did today. That is it. Beyond that, you have to understand that we hatched out these birds. We raised these things. I've got pictures of these birds in my pocket, the size of chicken eggs. I mean, they're tiny. So yeah. Sorry, it's cold out here and my nose is running, so that's life. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and rant and ramble, but what I will say is this, is today was the first big dispatch I did, and I'm learning to separate myself a little bit from what I have to do, and it's getting a little easier. Still don't like taking a life, but I sure do like the way that duck smells in the oven right now. So I don't know. We're gonna see how it tastes. If I cook a mean duck, turns out I might actually have a flock that I actually enjoy: chickens, chicken eggs, and duck. The only way I've ever had duck in my entire life is well, I had duck breast once and it was really, really good. But a good friend of mine, Chef Chris Thompson, shout out to you if you ever watch this, man. You cooked one of the best duck breast I ever had. You know, I really, really enjoy raising these animals. They're super docile. I hate killing them, but I mean, it's food, dang it. You know, it's what you got to do. Anyway, yeah, that was today, and we just finished. Also, we found out Ninja is not a little dude. Ninja, turns out she was a female, and she is only 8 weeks old. So give Ninja a shout out in the comments, if you will. I think I have a couple of shorts on her. She's a little black cat. Guys, I'm also about to put a cam in the coop, and it's going to be a live stream, a 24/7 live stream. That's probably going to come up in March or April of next year. I say I'm about to. I always do that. I'm about to do this, and then like 3 or 4 months later. But it's going to be in probably springtime. We're going to do a cam coop, and then I'm going to do another, or coop cam, and then I'm going to do another cam over here. So you have a we're going to call it the paddock. That's usually for horses, but technically a paddock is just a feeding area for your livestock. And this is a paddock because this is, as you can see, where they're feeding. They're picking up little bugs and grit and all that stuff out here, you know, chicken scratch, ants, what have you. Probably going to introduce a peacock to the flock, and a goose, at least one goose. Geese protect from hawks, and peacocks, they actually eat fleas, and we do have sand fleas out here, unfortunately. My dogs find them all the time. So yeah, that's what they're good for. Plus, they're just beautiful, beautiful birds. Guess we're bird people. I'm having to figure out some things about this crawfish pond I've got. It might just end up being an oyster and tilapia pond. Didn't think the thing through about the crawfish having to get in the mud. And then the bottom of that pond's probably going to be mostly pea gravel with some sand to protect the liner. I don't know if that's going to work out too well for the crawfish, but we're going to give it a shot either way. There's going to be a lot of good food in that pond. A lot of good food out here. The plan is to be able to feed everybody. Anybody that wants to bring a couple of baskets, a couple of people, you know, we're going to have so many fruit trees out here. The burn I did yesterday, that's going to be where our grove is, or what did Holly call it? It was a orchard. Yeah, we're going to have a whole bunch of just weird stuff. Going to be growing chayote, CHAYOTE. We're growing that along the fence line, and it's supposed to be prolific, and it's good. It's good. It's like a Mexican squash. So, a lot of things in the works. Just kind of wait until spring. I did get some new furniture yesterday. Got some spools, some wire spools. And I'm probably going to put one of them right there by those two trees. It's going to be my table. So that when I'm out here, you know, sitting down with Holly, we can enjoy the chickens and the eventual goats. And the goats can jump up on the table but not jump out. So, yeah. Anyway, YouTube fam, lots of love. And please drop a comment. Tell me if you were surprised about Ninja. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that little notification bell if you will, because it sure does help the channel. I'm about 321 or so away from being considered for monetization, and I sure would enjoy making a little coin off this. Not to mention it, DeWalt. If DeWalt, any of your executives ever watch my videos, I'm looking for that sponsorship. I'm telling you right now while I'm little, because whenever the channel gets big, and I have faith that it will eventually, I'm still probably going to be gunning after y'all, but still, yeah. All right, guys. Well, lots of love. Y'all be good. And I'm about to take my butt in and eat some chicken, or not chicken, duck. Have a good one. Bye.